Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the top tricks on the LENOVO Tab K11E. Alright, so let's begin. Let's open up the settings. Let's scroll down, and the first thing that I want to show you is the pen and keyboard. And let's begin with our pen. It's attached in the box with our tab, but first you might have to load it a little. Now, we have things such as Stylus Toolbox. You could see the icon right in here, and this mode is enabled. We can launch it up. We can launch a few modes right in here. We have the EasyJot, partial screenshot. We can quickly take a new note, demonstrate a pen, and we have the magnifying glass, and we also have the settings. I highly recommend turning the handwrite mode. That's one of my favorite things. Now, when this mode is enabled, we can handwrite within any text area and convert the content into text. Down below we can change the recognition language. I highly recommend using the English mode, but in here we have a list of all supported apps. As you can see, it's pretty long. And we can also change the handwriting color. I'll stick to black. Alright, in here we have our search bar, so let me type something and I'll show you that it actually works. So maybe let's write about tab. We have an option that it's called like that, and as you take a look, everything worked properly, and I can launch the about tab info. Let's try it one more time. Maybe in this search bar that I have on my home screen, and let's try to type something, maybe, I don't know, Facebook. Sometimes it doesn't want to work properly, so you might have to take a few tries. Remember that you shouldn't touch your screen using your hand. You should maybe lift it up a little, so you'll be only touching with your pen. As you could see, this time it worked properly. Let me do it one more time. You can even take a space. Oh, this time it wasn't recognized properly. I wanted to type the Instagram, but this time everything has been successfully added. If you click on that button, you can it's like a space button. You can go back. If you click the third icon, it will simply find the results. So pen is really useful, and this feature. Let me get back into the settings. Again, into pen and keyboard, pen. I also have the keyboard, but I'll show you that later. In here we can see some shortcuts. Swipe at the left corner too. Currently it's set on EasyJot. We can also select the screenshot, for example. And we also have a swipe at the lower right corner. In here we can see an animation how we should do it, and it should launch quick notes. So let's try it. Let's begin with the left corner. And what's going on? I have selected that. Actually, that's exactly the thing that I did. Maybe you just have to find like a perfect spot. Let's try with the second edge. Oh, in here it worked properly. Oh, now the screenshot has been taken. So this time it worked properly. When it comes to the screenshot, we can, for example, draw something in here. So You can see that everything works properly. If you want, we can save it, just like that. Pretty easy thing. Back into the settings. So those shortcuts actually work. We have accidental touch prevention. It's always good to enable that. And in here we can enable that protection for certain apps. So for example, actually, not a lot of things is enabled. So for example, let's add the calculator maybe, and the Chrome. So we won't exit the app by a misclick. Okay. When it comes to other things, let's click on Advanced Features, and let's launch the PC mode. That's really useful thing, especially when it comes to the S Pen and the keyboard. I'll show you how to connect it in a second. So you can see that this mode looks simply like we would be using a normal computer. So we have small icons, we have a bar down below, we have a list of recent items. If you click on that icon, you can see all apps that are installed. In here you can also exit that mode. If you tap on one of the icons, it will simply launch in the floating window, just like in a normal PC. Of course, you can enter the full screen mode. It's still available. We still have also the split screen mode, if I'm not wrong. Or maybe we don't have. No, we have the floating window. We can adjust the size of our window, of course. And for now, let me leave the pen and I'll show you the keyboard. But first, I'll have to make a little bit of a space right in here, because it looks like that. It's like with the case. In here we can place our tab. So let me quickly do it. I'll place it up just like that. Okay, and now if you want to use the keyboard, in here we have those small pins. We have to place our tab just like that, place it on those pins. It's like a magnetic, so it will automatically jump into that place. I'll hold the tab just like that, so you'll be able to see that I'm tapping. Actually, I'll adjust the zoom level a little, maybe something like that. And now we can still, of course, use our pen. Everything works. So now let's pretend that we are using our tab just like a computer. So I will launch the notes. I'll use the big screen. You can even connect a mouse into your tab, so it will be like a small computer fully. Let's create a new note. And now you can see that I'm tapping the keyboard and everything is being registered. I can take notes really, really comfortably. Shortcuts also works. As you can see, I can select the whole text and delete it. Really, really useful thing. I would really like to place it just like that, but you won't be able to do, you won't be able to see what I'm currently doing. So I won't spend much time when it comes to the keyboard. I'm just showing you that it works fully. For now, let me exit this PC mode. And that's the best way of using the keyboard in the PC mode. But let's open up the settings once again. Let's scroll down into pen and keyboard. You can click on your physical keyboard. You can select the language. We have the keyboard shortcuts. We have a whole menu for the system, for multitasking, how to launch the split screen, how to switch window state, remove all floating windows, how to open up the taskbar apps. When it comes to the floating windows and split screen mode, I was describing those features in my other video on this channel in productivity tricks. So if you don't know how to use those things, you can watch that video. I highly recommend doing that. In here we can also see the shortcut settings. That's a pretty long list, as you take a look. Okay, we can use on-screen keyboard. We can enable that. System mode when a keyboard is connected. Currently it's used for the PC mode, but you can also enable the tablet mode. Automatically exit PC mode when the keyboard is disconnected. You can keep that enabled or disable that. Everything is up to you. It's your device. And when it comes to those floating windows and split screen modes, they are under one vision. So in here, if you want to do it on your own, you can read everything in here. We have a tutorials, or you can watch my video. Everything is up to you. We also have key mapping right in here, and it's used for gaming. You can map the keys for your advantage. And even play games using your keyboard and mouse. So that's how it presents. I'm really satisfied with it. One last time, I'll show you that everything works properly. Everything is connected. And everything is fully responsive. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.